where you put it.
Academy. How can you forget him?
I had a lot of practice. That's awesome with the put down classics, isn't it?
I will get you a glass of water as well in between.
A stretcher. A stretcher. Right. We're obviously in the Keys bar. There was a saying earlier that this was like the last independent pub in
Well,
St
I wouldn't
Andrews.
say very last, but one of
One
not
of
many.
the last.
Yeah, it's a family owned. Most
Family.
of the pubs in St Andrews are owned by big breweries
Yeah.
from Glasgow, like
Yeah.
in Ballhaven and that.
Yeah.
We are last family owned local guys.
Yeah.
Bought it recently a year ago, but before that the family had it for
Yeah.
over 40 years.
Locals pub.
Very local pub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're
day to day, from the first
Fife.
thing in the morning, you've got your, I don't know, posties coming after work, you've got your fishermen, you've got lots of caddies, you've got
Yeah.
people working starters at the golf course.
amazing. And do you market yourselves as a whiskey bar? Do you
Yes,
know? Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
That's our passion. When
Okay.
I started
I mean,
in here nearly 20 years ago, it was like 8 whiskies.
I mean, it's amazing gantry, isn't it? Look at that. Brilliant. Okay, so what we're doing, love the books as well.
Yes, as you see, well used.
Well used.
Well loved.
So these are sitting in the pub and you can
Yes, they're
have a
always
look.
in there. If
Oh,
we do
very
a
cool.
whiskey tasting, we'll put them on this side.
Do you like whiskey, Martin?
I love whiskey
Right.
now, yes. As I said, when I
What-
started, there was not many. I was like, no.
No.
different
What's your favourite sort of region? What?
Still, I love Aberlour. So any Highland, I love
Highland.
sherry cask. So,
Sherry casks.
so
right.
anything sweet,
Yeah.
cask strength.
Yeah.
I am originally from Poland, so
Yeah.
cask strength, something strong is
Yeah.
good for me.
yeah.
Yeah, but for you, we're starting off the Auchentoshan,
Okay.
American oak. So that's your
Okay.
number one.
Okay.
You know what? First, obviously, have a wee smell.
Yeah.
Try to get any smell from that.
Yeah.
Then have a wee taste. Swirl around your tongue. You don't do wine, so it doesn't have to go everywhere. But your taste buds.
Yeah.
Just try to get any flavor of that. And again, about the ice and water, I always suggest to try without anything.
Yeah.
But if you do feel like it's maybe not too sure, you don't get all the flavors, a wee drop of
Pipette
opens up the flavor.
Okay.
Change the taste a wee bit sometimes, so that's why it's always suggested to try without anything.
Okay, well, we'll go on your suggestion without anything. Right.
So this one
There's
should.
a real sweetness in
So
that.
it should to be sweet. It should to be a wee bit
That's
citrusy,
good.
a wee bit peach.
Yeah. That's really sweet. That's lovely.
And the number 2
Okay.
is Aberfeldy 12. Which one?
See, we are picking some whiskies here, Martha.
But
You know, obviously the big thing for a layman like me is, you know, the West and the islands, it gets very peaty and
Yes.
smoky.
yeah.
And so what's the difference between maybe Highland and Lowland?
I mean, there depends cask they're using and
Yeah.
how they're making it, but generally Lowlands, Highlands, Speyside are more smooth and sweet,
Smooth
and then
sweet.
your obviously Isla ones are more peaty and
Yeah,
smoky.
yeah.
But it doesn't have to be, because
yeah.
we do got some of the Speysides like
Yeah.
Benria, Benromach. They try to do it peated whiskies as well,
Yeah,
but obviously peat is not available everywhere around
Yeah.
Scotland, so it's not
Yeah.
that easy to make it. We probably should have mentioned as well that these whiskies, what you're all drinking in here, they're all Scotch, because they are made in Scotland.
yeah.
They're all single malts, which means they need to be minimum 3 years
Yeah.
matured. You obviously get a single grain as well,
Yep.
and you get blended whiskies.
Blended. Yeah.
Blended are blended from different distilleries,
Yeah.
so you can have a few different distilleries in one bottle.
Yeah.
Single malt is one distillery,
Yeah.
and it's only melted barley. The single grain can be made from different grains.
Okay. Roll on number 3.
Number 3 is your Glenoffice. And again, a wee bit more alcohol. Have a wee water or ice if you want
They're
it.
dramatically different.
They are. Yeah, you get
That's
into
my favourite so far. The Glenoffice one.
same like with
Speyside. Who would have thought it? I'm a Speyside guy.
Number 4 is your Highland Park. Well, we're getting into Springbank. Probably ever heard of Springbank?
Campbelltown. Yeah. We were
Campbelltown.
just there.
They don't do masses release now, so when highly more popular because obviously you can't get as much.
What's the difference in alcohol percentages? What can they range from?
I
Like,
mean,
what's the lowest?
40%.
What's the lowest?
And then the cask strengths are going over 60.
Are they jeepers?
Or 58. Like my favourite Abelour Abuna
Yeah.
is over 60%.
Yeah. But you can't drink as much of that because you
No,
blow your
definitely.
head off
That's
stuff.
my nightcap.
Is it? put you into a coma.
Gin is big in Scotland as well, so there's like a lot of gin.
I'm a big gin fan as well. I like the botanists.
Mm-hmm.
And will you do like? Do you do
Gin
with-
tray as well, yes.
Gin
You can have a
tray.
gin tray.
Wow.
If you want to try a local gins, there's obviously Eden Mill.
Yeah.
I've got quite a lot.
Yeah.
My favourite gin out of the local ones is Gordon Ramsay's gin.
Oh really?
So he made it
There
very,
it is.
very locally. Instead of juniper, he made gooseberries.
Oh yeah.
So they're
Different.
suet from Crail
Yeah.
and gooseberries from Cooperway. So very locally made.
So you heard it in St Andrews. Come here for your whiskey and gin. Meet the
And
lovely.
chat with locals.
Meet the lovely Martha, and you'll be well looked after.
Morning, and somebody phoned one of the locals. Somebody stole one of your shoes. We knew that they're going to be gone because they're brand new shoes and that. And so I go through the camera, and there's a wee student walking 3 o'clock in the morning, stopped. I think he thought that they're not screwed, so he thought that he was just going to go away with it. And stood up and fight with it for about half an hour. Went away with my shoe. I was raging. I was like, how could he? 2 days after, I'm standing in the bar, starting to work, and I'm like, Harry, one of the locals, I think that's that boy. Shoo! Went after boots after him, grab him by the jacket, I'm like, hi, do you recognise that face? He's like, no. I says, that's you stealing my shoes for 3 in the morning on Saturday. He was mortified. I was drunk. I'm like, well, you're going to give me a shoe, or you getting a new one because the police are going to be informed. I can give you that right now. I says, right, okay. He says, you're going to go with me? I'm like, yeah, where are you staying? He says, North Street. Walk with him North Street to his house. He's giving me back. He says, I am so sorry. Can I pay some money for installing this? I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's fine.
Right, pal.
I walk
See you
in
later.
here with the shoes like this and everybody is burst laughing. I
amazing,
can't believe it. You ran after him.
Right.
There's one more bag in here, guys.
One more bag in there. Tell me you had 7 whiskies. Tell me you hadn't done this. No. It is. Right. Slow walk it in here. Alright, you done?
Yeah.
Right. I've just had 7 whiskies.
You just said 7. Welcome to Golf Academy.
Welcome to St Andrews
Yep.
Links Golf Academy.
Yes, correct.
Who are you? Where do you come from?
I am Scott Harold from Glasgow. I'm the senior instructor here at the Golf
Senior
Academy.
instructor.
Yeah, senior instructor.
Okay, very good.
So come on in into reception area. Very Christmassy
Hi, guys.
at the moment. Come on down, I'll show you the facility. We basically we're here to serve the golfers that want to come and hit balls, want to do lessons.
So this is open. You don't need to be a member
No.
of anything. This
No.
is
No,
open
this
to the
is
public.
363 days of the year.
360.
363, 6 o'clock in the morning in the summer to 8 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock in the morning in the winter to 8 o'clock at night. Come on, I'll take you down onto the range. I'll show you that first. So we
How many bays?
Yeah, so overall we have 42,
Right.
of which 20 are undercover and
20.
22 are outside.
Okay.
So
Top tracer, I see.
Top tracer, that is for anybody as they come in. They can access. All you have to do is log in basically,
Okay.
and you get your own credentials in there, and you can do it on the app. You can do it inside here via our
Come out.
screens.
Let's
Yeah,
go
come
in
on.
this bay because look at that, straight
Yeah.
into the town.
Yep. So you hit balls, and you're looking at probably one of the most famous sites in golf right there. 17th tee, just at the end of the range. So this
So cool.
was initially part of the Eden golf course.
Right.
And
Didn't know that.
Yeah, so
Bit of knowledge
the
there.
actual first, see the flagpoles in the distance, and there's a
Where? What, the edge of the-
at the edge of
in
the
the
hotel.
range?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the edge of the hotel. That was the first tee, that house there, or that
Okay.
kind of I guess clubhouse basically.
Okay.
It was the first tee for the Eden.
Yeah.
And it actually came down the side here, but in 1993 completely redeveloped it, and the Eden golf course now added new holes over the far end of the facility and redeveloped this. So we're just looking for a place that people could hit balls and essentially at that point in time kind of warm up for going out on the old course.
Brilliant.
But I mean, if you look down at this end of the building, the other side, you basically came in the middle, and don't know if you remember back in the day when you and I used to come here as boys. Literally,
Wasn't yesterday.
It wasn't yesterday. No, it was just down that end. I actually found a brilliant picture the other day of, you must have been there, but I was hitting balls down there where that AstroTurf is, where these two guys are in the
Right.
distance, and it was just literally like individual mats placed
Okay.
on stones.
Wow.
And that was it. There was no
So there wasn't
this
this
side of the
side.
facility.
Okay.
This side opened, the teaching suites, and down this end opened from 2005.
Right.
Come on, I'll show you our teaching base.
Okay.
Come on in. So
Right. So is this the office?
this is the office, yeah.
This is the office. Not bad.
So for anyone that wants to
Hydrate, could do
anyone
that.
correct, yeah. Anyone that wants to take any individual lessons will basically come in here. We
Trackman,
have
so it's
yeah,
not
so-
bad. The kit's not bad, is it?
Trackman, you can see obviously, your ball flight up on the screen. We
Yep.
talk through video analysis.
Yep.
We've basically got all the modern technology and everything that we would need to give a
Have you just
a
hit
modern day lesson. Just a little
a
bit.
high draw,
little bit
18 there?
high draw with my wedge right there. But yeah, this is the individual suites that we take people into for their lessons, and there's 9 of us do teaching at the
9
moment.
pros?
Nine
Nine
pros.
pros, okay.
A couple of the guys focus on custom fit, and then we've got 4 of us who are full time, just only instruction.
And like I always think of you, and St Andrews, mecca of golf, your bucket list golf trip, and they come here, they go through the rigmarole of going through the ballot, they get the old course, and then you're a bit tight from that long travel over to Scotland, and you start hitting the old hosel.
Yeah.
And
Panic.
is there a panic?
Yeah,
Do you get
100%,
panic?
yeah, 100%,
Panic
yeah, yeah.
lessons. We're on the old tomorrow or 2 days time. Sort me out.
Yeah. Height of the summer, a lot people just they're hitting, but they're either been. They generally they've arrived. And they've started hitting some shots on the range, and they're like, "Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
No sweating.
I'm only kidding. I'm about to have my bucket list, dream round of golf,
Yeah.
and I can't keep it on the golf course.
Yeah, can't hit the grooves.
Correct. So
man.
we get a
my
lot
heart's,
of them.
My heart's tight. My chest is tight. And
I've
thinking about it.
I've had a couple of guys who literally are nearly in tears,
Panic
before
stations.
just panicking. They're like,
no.
you need to sort me out before I go out on the golf course here. And then
And
you
are
get
are they some of the most pressurised lessons where somebody's like, I need an immediate outcome, I need an immediate improvement.
Yes.
I don't have time here. I've got The caddies.
They're what I
the
call,
waves are over.
They're what I call the Band-Aid lesson.
Right,
The Band-Aid
yeah.
lesson.
Just
It's
get-
like, regardless of what the
something
issue
going.
is, let's just find you the club face. Let's
Yeah.
find you a golf shot that
Yeah.
you can somewhat rely
Yeah.
on for that, you know,
Yeah.
18 holes out in a golf course. And then some of them will then come back after that and start to put a bit of a plan in place. But yeah, they're the guys that, you know, mentally are panicking, and they just need some sort of quick fix to get them going. Next door here we have our Odyssey putter studio. Can take you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Take you in here.
Let me roll the
Yeah.
rock. Let me roll the old
Yeah.
rock in here.
For 2025.
So is that like a Sam?
So this is Sam Lab, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we provide some data. It's basically, essentially, Sam Lab is your track man for putting. Oh, I never lose it.
Every time.
Never lose it.
Every time. Doesn't miss. We'll stop. We'll stop right there. We'll stop right there. The new Callaway, the new Odyssey. It's lovely. You were always a bit. You always used one of these, Scotty.
Yeah. I was always,
You're always a big eyeline
always
guy.
a mirror guy. Yeah, always
Yeah.
a mirror guy. Still am.
Yeah,
It's
very cool.
for me a bit of a non-negotiable of good putting, getting your eyes in the right place and getting your alignment down.
I love it, mate. I love it.
Uh,
Very good. And what will like the Sam picks up path and club face?
Yeah. It basically gives you 28 different parameters. Right? So you've got path, you've got face.
You've done your
alignment.
homework here, son.
Yeah.
You've done your homework.
That's just part of my daily job, my friend.
Yeah.
And I think what people don't understand with putting, if you look behind you here, right, we've got a 10-foot putt, and behind the hole you'll see the ghost shadow, the black shadow. And on the side of that, there's numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that is degrees. That's degrees of tolerance.
Okay.
Right? So from 10 foot, if you hit your ball and your putter face is over 1 degree, right or left of the centre of your target, then you're going to miss the hole regardless.
From 10 feet.
From 10 feet. Now that exists from 3 feet back actually. It just so happens that we're heading from 10 feet here. But you can see by the time you get to 4 degrees, which doesn't sound a lot, you know, if you have a pitching wedge and you're 4 degrees open or closed to a pitching wedge,
Probably
like
still hitting the
you're
green.
still hitting the green. Right?
Yeah.
You're still hitting the green. Whereas with a putter, if you're
Yeah,
4
you're
degrees
missing
right
the
or
hole.
left, you're miles away
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the hole, and it's only going to get wider from there.
Yeah.
So doing some work here, but this
Yeah.
is short game area,
So this
which
is-
is
yeah,
fantastic.
correct.
And then is that a big putting green?
Yeah, large. So that was the second hole of the Eden course back in the day. So you'd come down here.
Oh, really?
I think probably it was if I remember rightly. Well, I don't remember it, but if I know rightly, it was a short par 3. So you'd tee off from somewhere in the corner here up to that green.
Right, and that's now on the putting green.
And then that's now one of our main practice putting greens that we use. We're just doing a bit of work here. They're taking away. There used to be some mounding there, taking that away, and they're just making it a bit prettier, putting some nice fencing and stuff. 2 of our youngsters practicing.
A couple of players here.
Yeah.
A couple of
No
players.
school today, boys? No. You sure? Are you sure?
Here it is. So this is a public path.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
This
this,
can-
this path, you want
this
the,
can
if you want the real history.
Oh,
this,
come
this-
on,
This
hit us
this
with
used
it.
to be the train line.
Right.
This used to be the train line.
Wow.
And the story goes that the old course sheds there, the old course hotel sheds, was a coal store.
Right.
So that was where the train would stop, and then it would get coal back on, and it would go back out. Now the train line hasn't been here for 50, 60 years, I would imagine now.
Yeah.
But now public path. This goes all the way around the perimeter of the old course.
Wow.
So you could literally
Yeah.
walk the course from here.
Amazing.
Takes you all the way back into the town as well.
So is this
back down on.
what is this? 16.
So we've got 15th green here as a red flag.
15th green.
And then you've got the tee for the 16th. That takes you down in front of the hotel
Oh,
at
it's
16 green.
tighter than I remember.
Oh, it's narrow,
It's-
yeah.
it's
very
tight.
narrow. When
It's tight.
when there's people walking up that third hole, and obviously you've got out of bounds all the way down the right hand side, it looks pretty narrow.
Yeah.
You know. Essentially, this is a public facility that it just so happens to be probably the most famous course in the world.
Yeah. Not bad. It's not a bad office, mate.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Cheers. That's
Yep,
it.
pleasure.
That was good.
These are ready to run. No, we're dog friendly here. no big dog people here, so no, absolutely. Okay, this is your place, Hamish.
Yeah.
This is the factory,
Absolutely.
St Andrews Golf Company.
Yeah, welcome to St Andrews Golf Company.
Thank you. Yeah.
We are the last traditional golf club manufacturer, still retaining the traditional skills to handcraft fully playable sets of hickory golf clubs.
Okay.
We can trace our roots back through George Nicol to 1881.
Wow.
So we've been in continuous production since then with the Nicol brand.
Okay.
So arguably the oldest continuous golf club manufacturer in the world.
Wow. And are those, is it specific to that time period, the hickories? What sort of...
No, we do all the clubs, from long nose clubs, from the earliest club we do is the spur-toe iron, I suppose, which was the earliest iron to have been found, mid 1700s.
Right.
So again, we've got a very good relationship with the RNA and the museum and things in town. So
Okay.
through them, we're able to get access to a couple of the very old clubs that they've had, take moulds and copies of them, and then
Amazing.
we do that. Interestingly, in the wall over there, there's a rake iron which we produced. I'll just put it down and show you.
Oh, yeah.
This was interesting.
So this is pre-grooves. I mean, they're not...
Oh yeah, this was probably the early 1800s.
Wow.
But yeah, it was used for getting the ball out of the sand and things. They had some of them with a hole in, so there's a water iron. They thought that would work to get it out the water. See up here, for example, the long nose club here. So again, fully playable. That's typical from the sort of 1885 period. The leather face insert, the horn protect the leading edge, the brass plate in the bottom, and then lead weight round the back. So again, see that. If you look at that, I mean, you know, what sort of club would you equate that to? That's, you know, in today's terms, that's
Yeah, this would be a 3-wood or something, or 5-wood. I don't know. Driver.
yeah. Well, it was known as a play club, but basically, looking at that, that's your rescue club today.
A rescue shape. Sorry. Yeah, absolutely.
So there's nothing new in golf. You know, they've just sort of copied ideas, given it to the marketing team, and let them get on with it.
By the way, nice weight to it as well.
Oh yeah,
not
absolutely,
heavy.
absolutely.
And
Well, as I say, all the clubs are fully playable that we make. So
Right.
Yeah. So
and what's the shaft? What wood
well,
is the shaft?
all the shafts are hickory. So the
Right.
shaft is hickory. These heads tend to be a beech head. For these ones, the bulger heads are persimmon.
Yeah.
And again, we have to import that from America.
Hickory
It's not
comes from the
hickory and persimmon from America.
Right.
Hickory came in the mid 1800s, I guess. You know, it was a straight grain, a strong wood, used extensively for tooling. You know, I think shovels, broom handles, pickaxes, but also in the spokes of cart wheels and things.
Okay.
They tended to use hickory for all of
And
that.
is that available UK anymore or not?
No,
Is
well, it never was. As I say,
it was always America, was it?
It was all imported.
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, before that, in the UK, we were using rowan and ash and sort of woods indigenous to here. But yeah, the transition between feathery period and the gutter ball period.
Yeah.
The gutter ball was a harder, as I say, the beech wood was a softish wood.
Yep.
So impact of the gutter ball in the face, it was impacting the head. So the golfers would take the clubs back to their pro, who was the club maker,
Yeah.
and they cut it out and put the leather face insert in.
So old Tom started, and it was featheries he would have been making, but he transitioned into the gutter Persia.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
And he
when,
got a
that's
bit of
when
tailing off.
That's when he and Robertson fell out.
Parted ways. Yeah.
Because Robertson was the renowned feather ball maker.
But you can't, you know, was it maybe goose feathers or something they were using at the beginning, or was it?
Yeah, people say it's sort of goose feathers, duck feathers, whatever.
Yeah.
It was just feathers,
The
basically.
feathers. But stuffed into...
Yeah, the traditional measurement was the top hat of feathers. And you'd chop them up, just boil them, get them
Yeah.
all nice and soft and supple.
Yeah.
So if I take you through that, you
We can't wait.
see that.
Amazing.
So in here, what we do here actually is we get small groups coming in. Again, I know you're interested in what to do after a round of golf in St Andrews.
Yep.
Well, we come up here, you can take about eight people or so here. There's
Great.
a workbench there, and we'll show you how to grip a club.
Right.
And
Brilliant.
try. So that's a bit of fun. You get your apron on.
This is
you'll
wonderful seeing the
work
fact-
away at that,
Yeah.
and then you can buy your club or take it away with you if you want. So,
Super.
so that's a bit of fun.
This is great, seeing right through into the factory
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
You can putt with your club. We've got the simulator there. We use that also for custom fitting. We do modern George Nickel heads as well, so
Right.
we'll fit you out with latest technologies and things too. Take you through and show
Oh,
you
yeah.
what we've got.
This is
Hopefully a bit quiet. But around here is the really interesting side, I guess. So you can see we try
And then they
try to work with some of the Scottish businesses and things. So this is Heather Gems. You may have come across them.
Oh wow, look
They
at that.
do a lot of the gift shops, the
Right.
airport and things. You see them got jewellery.
Yep.
It looks like precious stones.
Uh-huh.
It's actually the roots of the heather plant, and they take it, mix it, clean it up, mix in a dye, put it under 80 tons of pressure. They come out in blocks. So we're putting it into the face
That's
inserts,
stunning, isn't it?
and when it gets lacquered up, it really is very attractive.
Very, very
and every
pretty.
piece is unique, just the way the grain flows
Yeah.
in it. So, we work
Heather
with that
is-
company.
Oh, I mean, this is it. Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. Is that putter?
Yeah.
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 Wow.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
It's weighted again. So
I'll not drop it. Scratch the thing. I mean, that's. You'd want to pull that out the bag now, and the next time you're playing.
But to be honest, one of my best customers is a member of the RNA. He just loves playing with it.
Yeah.
He just doesn't look after it. So
Right.
every
Is
2
it
or 3
back up?
months,
Is it
he
back
brings it back in.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've dented it. I think he's chucking it in and out with his arms and things.
Yeah.
But it's got a great feel to it, and he likes it. So,
Wow.
yeah. He's quite happy to get it refinished.
Oh, this is great, Hamish.
Here we have, again, the anvil, so the hammer.
The
So again,
stamps.
they're effectively just taking...
Oh, look at
taking-
that. There's all that. Oh, this
You'll
is
probably
unreal.
recognise that one. The reverse of it.
The
Actually,
Masters.
Masters, yeah. So we've been trying to get into the Masters for years.
Oh, me
It's
too.
pretty much a closed shop.
Right.
So it was actually
look at
a customer that bought a set of our Bobby Jones clubs, and he said, "I'm a member. I'll make the introduction." Oh, fantastic! So they said it was the 75th anniversary coming up. We got an email from him saying, "Well, if you have the stamp made up, use one of Bobby Jones'
Oh, it's Bobby Jones, Augusta.
Calamity Jane head putters, stamp it up, gold paint and fill it, put the green grip on it, put it in a green and gold box. We'll have a look at it." So we did that, sent it off to them, got an email straight back. "This is fantastic. Absolutely love the product. We do gifts for our 750 volunteers. We think this is really lovely. I think this would be a nice wee order. Thank you very much." So about 3 days later, committee's just met. We've seen the putter. Absolutely love it. Definitely going ahead with it. Unfortunately, the chairman of the committee decided he wants to give it to his 150 honoured guests or whatever. I thought, well, it's not 750,
Yeah.
but it's still a nice reorder.
Yeah.
About 3 weeks later, President's Just Senior Clubs absolutely loves the putter. He wants to give it to his 80 preferred guests or whatever it was. So I think we did about 120 in the end, so it's still a nice order.
Right.
The moral of the story, if you're doing it for the Masters, don't make it so well.
Right. No pressure. No pressure.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
been
you.
excellent. That's been excellent.
Pretty well set in my ways. Don't fall for the latest craze, it's a scam.
So you're on 18, you're leading the Open by 1. where are you putting it?
It's tighter than I remember.
So wide.
I know, but I'm surprised not more people go be like good players.
Ooh, he's got some legs on him.